Right now at 5, separating fact from fiction.
Tonight, we wade through the mudslinging to explain why, even when political ads are false, they stay on the air.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us. I'm Amy DuPont.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. You can't escape political ads. According to the Wesleyan Media Project, Wisconsin TV stations are running more midterm election ads than any other state.
But how accurate are those ads? News 8 Now's Duas Rar spoke with an expert to find out.
Amy and Ken, according to the Federal Communications Commission, there are only 4 rules. Stations like News 8 have to keep a record of the ads we air. All candidates get equal airtime and are charged the lowest rate. And most importantly, ads we air cannot be censored even if they're inaccurate. Under the FCC's political programming rules and the Communications Act of 1934, broadcast stations are prohibited from censoring or rejecting political ads that are paid for and sponsored by legally qualified candidates, meaning political ads can go unchecked. Political analyst Joe Heim says even if an ad is false, candidates have a hard time pulling them off the air.
Problem is, it takes weeks, if not months, to investigate those kind of charges. So the effect is they get away with it because they know they're going to get away with it.
There are ways viewers can avoid the traps of these false ads. Heim says the first step is watching out for key words. Heim says words like radical or extremist is usually an exaggeration. He also says people should watch out for candidates who make large promises. Now, stations all across the state, including News 8, receive cease and desist letters from more than one campaign. Because of a FCC ruling, no political ads at News 8 have been removed.
All right, thanks very much, Dua. And it comes down to stations like us and our news gathering promotions and storytelling to kind of help separate fact from fiction with our reality checks and additional stories that we do.
And if you need a break from all of it, go to our YouTube page because you can take little mini breaks from commercials. You're going to thank us, believe us.
All right, let's switch it up, talk some weather. Pretty nice day again. Let's see if we actually set that record that Bill was talking about yesterday. Let's go to him now.
Well, I can't hear you guys, so I'm going to pretend that you said it was a beautiful day because it was a very nice day. Temperatures between 71 and 77 degrees across the area, as advertised, record or near record warmth. In fact, that 75 officially, 76 degrees out at the airport, so that does barely break the record. The previous record stood at 75, set way back in 1938. We've got some high and mid-level clouds moving in. It's actually going to make for probably a nice sunset in terms of colors as those high and mid-level clouds stream east across the area. So we'll call it partly cloudy overnight tonight, but boy, a beautiful evening for a walk or any other outdoor plans with temperatures still in the upper 60s to mid 70s. And it's going to be a mild night with lows in the upper 40s to mid 50s. In fact, these temperatures more typical of afternoon highs this time of year. A little breezy, south winds 10 to 15, maybe gusting around 20 miles per hour. I'll have the 8-day forecast, which does include some much needed rainfall coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks very much, Bill.
The Jackson County man institutionalized after killing his father wants to be released. 29-year-old Lars Helgeson pled not guilty by reason of mental disease or defect to the 2013 fatal shooting of his father Brian and was committed to Mental Health Mendota Institute
of Mental Health. In September of this year, Helgeson filed for conditional release. The doctor who examined Helgeson's medical records and interviewed him via Zoom for 1 hour told the court he believes it's safe to release Helgeson.
It was my opinion to a reasonable degree of certainty that Mr. Helgeson would not pose a substantial risk of harm to himself, others, or property damage if afforded conditional release.
Now, the judge did not rule on Helgeson's request. The prosecutor still wants a police investigator and a witness to take a stand. The court hasn't set a date for their testimony.
The midterm election less than a week away, and the final Marquette Law School poll finds the races for Wisconsin's Senate and governor races pretty tight.
According to the polls released today, 50% of registered voters surveyed support incumbent Republican Senator Ron Johnson. 48% support Democratic challenger Mandela Barnes. Now, since the last poll released in October, Johnson's lead is down by 2%.
The governor's race is a toss-up. Democratic incumbent Tony Evers with 48%, 48% supporting Republican challenger and businessman Tim Michels. In the poll from early October, Evers had a slim lead over Michels.
A Wisconsin appeals court and a circuit court judge shot down attempts backed by liberals seeking orders that local election clerks must accept absentee ballots that contain partial witness addresses. Numerous lawsuits have been filed leading up to the election focused on which absentee ballots can or can be counted or rejected. The latest ruling comes within days of Tuesday's election and after more than 503,000 absentee ballots have already either been returned or cast in person.
The Republican running for Minnesota's 1st congressional district says lowering inflation is his top priority. Brad Finstad won the summer special election to finish out the late Jim Hagedorn's term. He's now running for a full term. Finstad says the Inflation Reduction Act passed this summer does more harm than good to his district.
It had the Green New Deal legislation, which was an attack on the combustible engines, which would devastate the renewable fuels industry in southern Minnesota. We have over 10 ethanol plants. We have biodiesel plants. We are an energy producer. So that is a glaring example of how Congress is broke.
The Inflation Reduction Act invested more than $300 billion to address climate change. It also expands the renewable fuel standard, which offers incentives for producing biofuels like ethanol. Finstad is running against Jeff Ettinger in a rematch of that August special election.
A La Crosse Coffee House wants to make sure you espresso yourself. Mocha's owner and employees are wearing t-shirts with that slogan, and the business has teamed up with the League of Women Voters to encourage voters to take part in the midterm election.
We feel fortunate, we feel passionate about voting and encourage everyone to espresso themselves next Tuesday.
A big 3-state railway project is reaching the final design stages. Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Illinois Departments of Transportation, along with Amtrak, are working on adding another round-trip rail service. Now, this service goes from the Twin Cities to Chicago. Construction is set to begin next year on improvements like adding another rail line so passenger and freight trains can pass each other. Wisconsin rail officials say calls for better rail service have been growing.
I think the passenger rail industry, we do see a lot of demand, especially with the younger generations. They're really looking for this type of transportation, and it provides alternate choice.
Construction is expected to last into 2024, but the second round-trip service might be added sooner. WisDOT is still taking public input. We'll have a link on our website, news8000.com.
Heads up to drivers if you lose La Crosse's north side. Beginning tomorrow, a stretch of Monitor Street from Avon Street to Lang Drive will be closed to through traffic. However, there will be access to businesses along that stretch. Crews are paving that part of Monitor Street. The closure is expected to last through this Friday.
Still to come tonight at 5, Election Day security preparations are underway.
Despite recent political violence, experts say people will be safe at the polls.
Holman Locker and Meat Market, your place for fresh, quality, local meat. Now's the time to stock up with our fall freezer filler bundle. Call and order yours today. Eat healthy, shop local at your Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
This Greek food looks fantastic. Where did you find this place?
Well, I researched online. They had the best reviews everywhere I looked.
Wow, well, the reviews were right. See any other companies we need to try?
Well, now that you mention it, we do need to replace our bathtub.
We have been putting it off. Who should we use?
Mad City.
Mad City?
That's right, Mad City. They have lots of 5-star ratings on every review site.
Mad City Baths is Wisconsin's #1 remodeler for baths, showers, and walk-in tubs, installed in as little as 1 day. Plus now it's Black Friday all month at Mad City. Call during this program and double your savings. Save $1,500 on a new bath or shower. Double it to 4 years interest-free financing and double your bonus to a $500 Mad City gift card with purchase. From La Crosse, Eau Claire, and Western Wisconsin, call 715-941-1303. That's 715-941-1303.
Aren't you tired of the division and the anger? I know I sure am. Our country faces enormous challenges. I promise I'll do everything I can to help make things better, and I'll always tell you the truth. What continues to give me hope are the kind and decent people I meet all over Wisconsin. People who love America and are willing to work hard to unify and heal it. Please join us. I'm Ron Johnson, I approve this message, and I'm asking for your vote.
What's the difference between a house and a home? Home is the place you're most comfortable. Knauf fiberglass insulation is the easy way to make your home more comfortable, more sustainable, and more energy efficient. Knauf is Energy Star certified and can save you up to 15% on your utility bills while increasing your family's comfort. Stop by Menards today for everything you need, including expert advice. Knauf, for the world we live in. Visit Menards for your 11% off today.
Save big money at Menards.
Planning a hunting trip? Order the Hunter's Bundle from the Holman Locker and Meat Market. The Hunter's Bundle includes ground beef, locker dogs, bacon, and summer sausage. Shop local at your Holman Locker and Meat Market and much, much more.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Preparations are underway to make sure that this November, the voices of American voters are heard safely and securely.
Natalie Brand explains why the current political climate has some agencies concerned.
Helicopters flew low over the U.S. Capitol for a security exercise just 6 days ahead of midterm elections. Capitol Police Chief Tom Manger is calling for more security resources to protect lawmakers, citing today's political climate.
Demonizing rhetoric, false claims of election fraud paired with calls for action against other parties, individuals, are what can combine to cause real harm.
Shannon Hiller tracks political violence as the head of the Bridging Divides initiative at Princeton University. She says despite concerning rhetoric, people should feel safe going to vote.
It's a period of heightened tension, but there's so many groups, whether it's poll workers, administrators, community groups, who have been able to prepare a long time for this day.
A federal intelligence bulletin warned that domestic violent extremists across the ideological spectrum pose a heightened threat to the midterms and beyond Election Day, though there are no specific threats currently.
As threats against members of Congress have increased, Capitol Police say they're continuing to monitor thousands of cases nationwide and coordinating with state and local agencies.
CBS News has confirmed cameras captured the break-in at House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's San Francisco home, video accessible to Capitol officers monitoring high-interest locations. Suspect David DePape, accused of assaulting the Speaker's husband Paul Pelosi, has pleaded not guilty to charges including attempted murder.
Someone who was willing to enact violence that was politically motivated.
Prosecutors say he had a list of politicians he was targeting. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
The suspect's public defender hinted at a possible legal defense, saying his team will look into reports that his client was influenced by misinformation.
After the break this evening, brainstorming for the future.
La Crosse middle school students get to try their hand at city planning.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl. One more mild day tomorrow, but then some rainfall in store Thursday night through Saturday. All the details after the break.
From single living to growing families and empty nesters, Mad City Baths can help you design the perfect bathroom to fit your lifestyle and needs. Whether it's a new bathtub, a walk-in shower with grab bars and handhelds, or even a new walk-in tub, we install in as little as 1 day, backed with a double lifetime labor warranty. It's Black Friday all November at Mad City. Save $750 on a new bath or shower with interest-free financing for 2 years and get a $250 Mad City gift card with purchase. But listen to this. Call during this program and we'll double your savings. Save $1,500 on a new bath or shower with 4 years interest-free financing and double your bonus. Receive a $500 Mad City gift card with your bath or shower purchase. From La Crosse, Eau Claire, and Western Wisconsin, call 715-941-1303. That's 715-941-1303.
The Coulee region has been good to me and my family, and I wanted to give something back. That's why I ran for the state assembly. And I've tried to do good things in Madison for the people of Western Wisconsin. Wisconsin is facing a lot of problems today, and we need people who understand how things work. Right now, Wisconsin has a $5 billion surplus. With that surplus, we need to cut taxes. We need to fix our roads, and we need to fund our schools, and we need to do that now.
His job was to serve and protect. Instead, reports say Dave Estenson assaulted and preyed on girls for years. One report of sexually assaulting a teenager. multiple reports of Estenson trying to coerce girls into sexual favors to avoid citations. And Estenson wants to ban all abortions, forcing victims of rape and incest to carry their predator's child. Sexual predators belong behind bars, not in the state Senate.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Greater access to COVID-19 treatment is headed our way.
The Wisconsin Department of Health Services unveiled the free service today. Adults who are COVID positive can have a telehealth consultation within 30 minutes of requesting one with DHS. From there, patients may be prescribed an oral antiviral pill.
The service will be available statewide, accessible through internet or phone, and available in multiple languages too. You can get a consultation any day in the week between 8 in the morning to 8 at night. Now, a group of La Crosse kids are planning for their future of their school.
7th graders at Lincoln Middle School spent the last month making detailed plans for the school's redevelopment. Some kids wanted to tear it down, while others wanted to remodel the building into a shelter.
So this is the 12th year of the project, and teachers say it's a great exercise for learning teamwork while also practicing their math, art, and social studies skills.
It's just so fun and engaging and real. I think that's the power of this. It's a real thing they're doing, and not just like a worksheet of problems or something, but it's a real life thing.
Real La Crosse City planners have been helping their students along the way.
I love those kind of practical exercises.
I'd love to check the grades of the kids that wanted to tear down the middle school versus the kids that were like, let's do something with it.
Yeah, I hope it's all fair across the board. Well, in the meantime, let's switch it over to Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl for a look at our forecast. Bill, take it away.
Well, again, I can't hear you. We're having some issues. We can usually hear each other in our ears, but I'm in a totally different part of the building right now due to our construction. But I could tell by your smiles that you were talking some pretty good stuff about the weather today. Now, we've got some high and mid-level clouds moving through. It's actually going to make for some nice colors with the sunset. 76 degrees the high today, 53 the low. So that 53 was 18 degrees above average. The 76 was 23 degrees above average. Also set a new record high, breaking the old one just barely, of 75 degrees set way back in 1938, and no rainfall again today. 72 degrees at the station and out at the airport with those high and mid-level clouds. Kind of breezy south winds at 10 to 20, and the Mississippi holding steady 4.93 feet. 72 degrees for you folks in Eau Claire as well. Also a south breeze at about 10 to 20, and relative humidity at 34%. Pressure falling rapidly as we've got some deepening low pressure to our west. Now, here's a cold front right about here, but look at how warm it is ahead of that front with those south winds. 70s, even close to 80 degrees in Pierce, South Dakota. And our neck of the woods, again, most spots still in the 70s. 72 in Eau Claire, Winona, here in La Crosse, 73 in Black River Falls and Sparta, 69 in Viroqua, and 72 in Prairie du Chien. Again, south winds 10 to 20, even gusting 30 to 35 miles per hour in some of the open areas of southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. So we've just got these high and mid-level clouds streaming east across the area right now, but again, that cold front still well to our west. So we're going to squeeze in one more warm day tomorrow, albeit windy, and then this cold front will start to arrive with periods of rain Thursday night, and especially on Friday and Saturday, maybe even some isolated thunder as well. Now tonight, just those high clouds passing through, dry, still dry tomorrow with increasing clouds, and eventually as we head into tomorrow night, chance for some scattered showers, but the main event will come on Friday with periods of rain, maybe some thunderstorms as well, and then into Saturday, more periods of rain. In fact, rain trackers showing maybe half an inch to an inch plus north and west of La Crosse, but near and south and east of La Crosse, we could see a band of 1 to 3 inches of rain plus in some spots. So this could be quite a soaker for parts of the upper Midwest. Again, Thursday night through Saturday evening. High temperatures tomorrow. Again, one more warm day, lower 70s in the La Crosse area, low to mid 70s down in our southern communities. A little cooler to the north and to the west. You'll see the first, the thicker clouds before anyone else. So still well above average though, with highs in the upper 60s. So for tonight, partly cloudy and mild. This 56, that's higher than our average high this time of year. A little breezy as well. For tonight, or tomorrow I should say, Clouds increase, kind of windy. South winds 10 to 20, gusting to 35, but still mild with that high of 72. Again, chance of rain showers Thursday night, periods of rain, maybe some isolated thunder on Friday, periods of rain on Saturday as well, and quite a bit cooler with highs closer to 50 degrees. Daylight saving time again ends early Sunday morning at 2 a.m., so don't forget to set those clocks back as you head to bed Saturday night. Sunday and Monday looking dry with highs in the mid to upper 50s. Election day, still a small chance of showers. Highs around 59. Another little bump in the temperatures next Wednesday and Thursday, low to mid 60s, but it is looking colder following that next Friday and Saturday. But that's way out there. We'll worry about that later.
All right. Thank you, Bill.
Up next, an update on the new Wafer building.
Board leaders give News 8 Now a sneak peek at what the finished Northside facility will look like.
Thursday on News 8 Now this morning, stepping up at the polls is a critical source to make sure elections run smoothly. But now officials warn volunteers could be subject to threats. We'll explain. And food prices are continuing to rise. The new apps to help you save money and cut down on waste. Have a great Wednesday night. More News 8 Now is on after the break.
Visitors to our showrooms often say, I had no idea this place was so big with so many product displays. Stop by and wander through our 8 buildings. See what you would love to do for your next home improvement.
Child killers, murderers, rapists. Hundreds released early by Tony Evers' parole commission. And they're not even telling victims' families.
Governor Evers, everyone in Wisconsin is less safe because of you.
Tired of that old, outdated bathtub? A beautiful new walk-in shower is just a phone call away. Mad City Baths is your trusted local source for custom bath solutions installed in as little as 1 day. Enjoy easy access, plus easy cleaning. Choose from premium wall colors, including Santa Cruz, Othello, and Quartz. If you've been on the fence about updating your bathroom, remember it's Black Friday all month at Mad City. Save $750 with interest-free financing for 2 years. And get a $250 Mad City gift card with purchase. But last chance to call during this program and double your savings. Save $1,500 on a new bath or shower. Double it to 4 years interest-free financing, and we'll double your bonus. Receive a $500 Mad City gift card with purchase. From La Crosse, Eau Claire, and Western Wisconsin, call 715-941-1303. That's 715-941-1303.
I see your hard work, everything you do to try to make it. But people continue to be left behind. I'm running for Senate to put more money in your pocket. Ron Johnson's had 12 years to make things better, but costs are still rising, and all he's managed to do is write a tax cut for himself. I believe better is possible. I believe hard work can pay off, and I'll never stop fighting until it does. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Child killers, murderers, rapists. Hundreds released early by Tony Evers' parole commission. And they're not even telling victims' families.
Governor Evers, everyone in Wisconsin is less safe because of you.
We're at the premiere of Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
I was just like, wow.
Next, E.T.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
Wafer Food Pantry is kicking off community fundraising for a big building project.
Today, Wafer leaders showed off images of what the new pantry will look like.
Now, Wafer is already renovating the former Gordy's grocery store on La Crosse's north side. Pantry leaders hope to make picking up food a more grocery-like experience there. They believe having a location in the middle of a neighborhood will be vital to serving people in need.
Serve people, but we're in an industrial park. We don't serve businesses. And I'm thrilled that we're going to be right at that critical intersection on the north side because it's right in the middle of the people we serve.
The renovations are expected to be finished this spring. You can donate on Wafer's website. We'll share that link on news8000.com.
2 Bangor schools are taking away time from the classroom to help folks in their community. Today, those students at the middle and high schools participated in a day of service. Students volunteered all around the area at places including senior living homes. News 8 Now visited with one group at Sparta's Morrow home. They spent much of their morning hanging up Christmas decorations. One student says she learned lessons today that she's going to carry for years.
I learned how to work with other people as a group and how to appreciate all the work that other people do for us without even thinking about it.
Community Service Day is also an opportunity for middle schoolers and high schoolers who don't see each other all that often to make memories together.
And Bill will have another look at tonight's forecast right after this.
Americans struggling to pay their bills, yet Mandela Barnes supports a tax increase on working families. How could he? Barnes also supported hiring an army of 87,000 new IRS agents unleashed on families just like yours. That's terrifying. Mandela Barnes, higher taxes and IRS audits for you, unpaid taxes for him. Remember that on Election Day. Wisconsin Truth PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
This is fentanyl, so dangerous that one pill kills. They make it in China, smuggle it through Mexico. Across our border that Joe Biden surrendered to cartels and gangs. Brad Path backs Biden's open border agenda 100%. Fentanyl killed 1,200 people last year in Wisconsin alone. Now every town is a border town. Path won't stop the drugs, so we have to stop Brad Path.
I'm Derek Van Orden, and I approve this message.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Fall Workwear event is going on now. We're your one-stop shop for quality boots and apparel, offering fair and honest prices on workwear to help your hard-earned dollars go further. Right now, get $25 in Carhartt bucks for every $125 you spend on Carhartt gear, including new colors of men's and women's Carhartt pocket tees and hooded logo sweatshirts. Plus, save on men's work and sport thermal base layers, starting at just $16.99.
The governor's basic responsibility is to keep us safe, strong, and thriving.
We all know that's not happening.
Tim Michels, a new direction for Wisconsin.
This election is about what a governor's gonna do. I'm gonna put more money in the pockets of the hardworking families of Wisconsin. We're gonna have safer communities, and we're gonna have better schools. That's what I'm gonna do as your governor.
I'm Tim Michels. If you're ready for a new direction, hop in.
Tim Michels for governor.
Welcome to Wesco. Welcome to huge selection and savings. Why wait until Black Friday for big savings? At Wesco and Sparta, it's Black November. Get break-down-the-door savings on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and flooring. Save even more with coupon savings of $25 to $100. Buy one item, use one coupon. Buy 10 items, use 10 coupons. Wesco and Sparta, where white glove delivery and setup are always free. Tell them Peyton sent you.
Career politician Steve Doyle loves touting his record. Let's review it. When La Crosse County residents needed tax relief, Doyle voted no. When La Crosse County needed road repair funding, Doyle voted no. When La Crosse County parents wanted more support for schools and input on their kids' education, Doyle voted no. When La Crosse County needed violent criminals locked up, Doyle voted no. Steve Doyle's real record? Rising costs, rising crime, abandoning us when we needed him most.
Tonight here on the CBS Evening News, the cost of heating oil for your home this winter could nearly double. We have important tips to help you save. That's all tonight on the CBS Evening News.
And a mild night tonight. We've got some high and mid-level clouds scooting through at times, and temperatures dropping into the upper 40s to mid-50s. Again, well above average for this time of year. Windy tomorrow with increasing clouds, but another warm day, 72. Then some changes as a cold front comes through Thursday night into Friday and Saturday. Periods of rain both of those days, and then mainly dry for Sunday and Monday.
All right, thank you, Bill. And thanks so much for joining us.
We appreciate your time. We hope you'll join us again at 6.